Hello students, this is the second part of our 1.4 prose of lesson Pillars of Democracy, which is written by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So in this part we are going to learn this lesson from its first line. Now listen carefully. Pillars of Democracy. So what is the meaning of pillars? Strong base of a structure. Pillars of democracy, and democracy, it is the system which it means India accepted to run our government, to run our nation. So pillars of democracy, it means what are the strong points, base points of democracy to maintain democracy in any country, that we are going to learn here, which is written by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. If you wish to maintain democracy, not merely it means just. Not merely in forms but also in fact. So, if you want to maintain democracy in your country in actual form, not just democracy but it is in the actual form, what must we do? So for that, what we must need to do, that we are going to learn ahead. The first thing, in my judgment it means opinion. In my judgment, we must do is to hold fast. Hold, it means accept. Accept fast, it means quickly. To hold fast constitutional method, it means constitution, it means laws and principles according to which a nation is governed. Method of achieving our social and economic objectives. So whatever our economic and social objectives, aims, we have decided, if you want to accept that, for that we need to accept, maintain our constitutional method, laws of our constitution, our democracy, or principles of our democracy. We have to accept it, we have to maintain it as quickly as possible. When there was no way left for constitutional method for achieving democracy and social objectives, there was a great deal of justification and unconstitutional method. Unconstitutional. Not permitted by constitution. Unconstitutional, it means that is not permitted by constitution, that is not permitted by laws or principle, that is unconstitutional. When there was no way left for constitutional method for achieving economic and social objective. So whatever economic and social objective aims we have decided, so those objectives and aims we are going to achieve by constitutional method. and there was no constitutional method or way left to achieve our social and economic objectives aim. So that time there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional method. It means if we are not able to achieve our social and economic objectives, then there is definitely a lot of influence of unconstitutional methods are happening in that country. But where constitutional methods are open, but where according to the constitution, according to the laws and principles that country runs, those people follow all the laws and principles, there can be a justification for these unconstitutional methods. So there we can see this unconstitutional method cannot be maintained for a long time. These methods are nothing but the grammar of anarchy. So grammar of anarchy, meaning of this word is given in our book. So look at there. A state of disorder due to the absence of non-recognizing of a controlling system. So in any country, that government is not able to maintain peace, maintain law in that country. So that time we can call there is a situation of a grammar of anarchy. It means everything is going out of the hand or out of the control of that nation's government. And sooner they are abandoned, the better for us. Abandoned, it means close or shut down. So finally we can see all those laws, the principle and in that country, in that nation, all the institute we can see that they are abandoned, they are closed, they are shut down. So in this way, this second part going to end here. We are going to stop here. Have a good day to all.